Welcome to MCCT, Microcrawler Capability Test. That's where we test and compare the driving performance and capability of micro trucks and microcrawlers from 1 to 18th to 1 to 24th scale. Trucks in stock condition as well as highly modified and upgraded ones. The trucks have to pass through 10 different tests. We'll get either points for their results or their performance will be graded, and the final scores will reveal the most capable microcrawlers. We check their climbing ability, descent performance, their tilt angle, their performance in overcoming easy and difficult obstacles, and their low speed modulation and low speed driving performance. Check the description for details of tests, scores, and mode of grading. Now let's start and present this episode's test trucks. In MCCT episode 20, we test the Hobby Plus CR-18P T-Hunter or Trail Hunter. The CR-18P T-Hunter does have a wheelbase of 158.5 millimeters and a weight of 387 grams. It has 1.2-inch tires with 58 by 20 millimeters, and it runs on a 2S LiPo with 600 milliamp hours. It has a 0-50 sized motor with 55T, and it has portal axles. And now let's check how the T-Hunter does perform. Test 1, climb on a rough surface. 45 degrees, no problem. 49 degrees, lifting its tire. 50 degrees on a rough surface. Already in troubles and lifting its left front tire extremely. 51 degrees, the T-Hunter on a rough surface. It's really struggling. 51 degrees on the top, nearly, and falls. Further try, will it be able to do 51 degrees? Not super steep, but strangely lifting its left front tire. Very good low speed modulation, so can climb super slowly, and finally can do 51 degrees. Will it also be able to do 52 degrees? Tilts and tilts, and also with a tiny step it's not able to do 52 degrees anymore, so 51 degrees and 6 points for this in test 1, climb on a rough surface. This is place 18 out of 37 trucks tested so far, so midfield. And now let's check how it can do on a smooth surface. 45 degrees, no problem on a smooth surface. 49 degrees, still not a big problem. And 50 degrees, the T-Hunter is already in trouble. Lifting its left front tire, but finally can do 50 degrees on a smooth surface. And 51 degrees. And now it's really in troubles. That's not super steep. What's up, Trail Hunter? Come on. Better tires, stickier tires would help here. Come on. E. Tilts and tries again, super slowly, really good low speed modulation. Will it be able to climb 51 degrees on a smooth surface? That's not super steep. But it's in big troubles. Come on. Yes, come on. Come on. No. Too much. So only 50 degrees and 5 points for the T-Hunter in test 2. Climb on a smooth surface. And that's only place 22 out of 37 trucks tested so far. And now let's check how the T-Hunter can go down, stop, and go up in reverse again. 45 degrees. Not a big problem for the T-Hunter. And 48 degrees down, stop and go up again. Still can do it. And 49 degrees. That's not that easy anymore for the T-Hunter. Nearly falling. Come on. Big problems going up again. Falls again. Destroys the equipment. And a further try. And it's really difficult for the trail hunter. But finally manages to do 49 degrees and 50 degrees. That's really difficult for the trail hunter. Falls and falls and tips and tips. This was too much, so 49 degrees and only 2 points at test 3. Descend, stop and go up in reverse again. And this is place 20 out of 37 trucks tested so far. And now let's check the tilt angle to the left and to the right. Tilt angle to the left, 39.3 degrees. And to the right, 38.45 degrees. So tests 4 and 5. At test 4, tilt angle to the left, the CR-18P Trail Hunter gets 3.65 points for 39.3 degrees. And test 5, tilt angle to the right, 38.45 degrees and 3.25 points for this. And this is only place 29 out of 37 trucks tested so far. And now let's check how the T-Hunter performs on the hill of branches. Test number 6, the flat side of the hill of branches. No problem for the T-Hunter and 2 out of 2 points here. Test number 7, the steep side of the hill of branches. Maybe the most difficult obstacle of MCCT. But not for the Hobby Plus Trail Hunter. Check this out. Awesome performance. Nearly perfect. And 9 out of 10 points at test number 7, the steep side of the hill of branches. Test number 8, hill of pebblestones, flat side. No problem at all for the trail hunter. And 2 out of 2 points at test number 8. Test number 9. The steep side of the hill of pebblestones. Super difficult. And the T-Hunter is struggling. It seems it does have big problems on this obstacle. But come on, yes! Finally they can do it. And if it finds the right line, it's quite easy for the T-Hunter. Super difficult obstacle, but with the right line, really good performance. Right line, no problem. So 6 out of 10 points at test number 9, the steep side of the hill of Pebblestones. Test number 10, the last test, low speed performance and modulation. The T-Hunter does have really good electronics. For an out-of-the-box stock truck, absolutely top low speed modulation and also a little bit of punch. The same as the Rockwan. This is really good. It can go really slow and it's no problem at all to climb this step slowly. It's nearly silent, tiny little bit of whining of the ESC, but we don't judge noise here, and only a really slight throttle input is necessary to make it go, so absolutely top. Thumbs up for this performance. 3.5 out of 5 points at test number 10, low speed performance and modulation. And we come to the final score of MCCT episode 20, the CR-18P Trail Hunter. Here are again all 10 tests performed and all points gained. The T-Hunter has really good results in most tests. Tests 4 and 5, tilt angle is not really good, a weakness, and it's also not good at test number 3, the descent going down, stop and go up in reverse again. All in all, it gains a total of 42.4 points. But before we will compare it to all 37 trucks tested so far, let's compare it to the Rockwan, which does have more or less the same chassis, the Hobby Plus CR-18P Rockwan, and here we see that the Rockwan even does have 0.05 points more than the T-Hunter. That's a surprise, because the T-Hunter is for sure the better climber. It has a much better approach angle, while the Rockwan has this super large front bumper, not good for performance. And if we check the 10 tests, then we see that those two trucks do have very similar results. However, the T-Hunter is better at test number 9, the steep side of the hill of Pebblestones. Here it has 6 points, while the Rockwan only has 3 points. However, tests 4 and 5, tilt angle to the left and to the right, the Rockwan was clearly better than the T-Hunter. Reason probably the T-Hunter does have longer shocks. Tests 1, 2 and 3 nearly same results. The Rockwan is a little bit better on a smooth surface, probably because it's heavier, and also top results of both trucks on the super difficult hill of branches on the steep side. Same results in modulation, low speed performance. All in all, nearly exactly the same result, 42.4 and 42.45. And now let's compare it to all 37 trucks tested so far. And here we see that the T-Hunter does take the 10th place. Here a little bit more detailed in larger lettering. Place 9, the Rockwan, place 10, the T-Hunter. Top results for trucks out of the box without any upgrades. And that's it for MCCT Microcrawler Capability Test episode 20. But watch out for the next episode of MCCT. There are still a lot of trucks to be tested. MCCT will be back.